The Guam Visitors Bureau, alongside the Guam Hotel and Restaurant Association, held a virtual town hall today to educate and answer some of the lingering questions surrounding the COVID-19 vaccines. As we inch closer and closer to the target date to reopen tourism, GHRA President Mary Rhodes addressed employers on the need to encourage vaccination amongst their staff.
It's extremely important so that we can help educate our tourism employees so that when we reopen for the tourism industry, we have a larger percentage of all of our employees vaccinated. It's extremely important from employer side to help reduce our downtime while at work, be able to get vaccines at the work sites should they become available, help reduce cost with absences or illnesses, and also possibly even any hospitalization. So it's really important that people get vaccinated and understand why it's important and the efficacy of it, so that we can really get our employees to feel better, be better educated and more engaged. Please go out and get your vaccines. We really want to keep all of our employees and your families safe, and as a community be able to stand up so that when we reopen tourism, we're all ready to go.
With the forum's panel consisting of the likes of AMC's Dr. Hoa Wen and Dr. Rob, as well as the island's Chief Medical Officer Dr. Felix Cabrera, members of the tourism industry had a chance to have some of their long-standing questions answered before they made the decision on whether or not to get vaccinated. One question in particular had our Chief Medical Officer jump at the opportunity to answer.
What if I get pregnant? Will this vaccine have any effect on my unborn child? I am nursing. So will this vaccine have any effect on that?
My wife and I had that, similar questions that we had to answer for ourselves overall. But first of all, when these studies were first done and these big trials, people got pregnant doing it during the trial. Everything about what we understand about the physiology and what these vaccines do tells us that, again, risk versus benefit. The complication of a pregnant woman with COVID is high. And as Dr. Rape said, flip that question on its head, what's the risk of having COVID versus the risk of getting the vaccine? And so it's a personal decision that a woman should make, and ideally in consultation with her doctor. Personal situation, my wife ended up getting the vaccine and she's breastfeeding right now. And we feel very safe. And in fact, we feel even more safe because now her antibodies are going to pass on to the breast milk to our son. And that's an extremely important benefit.
To catch the full town hall, be sure to visit the KUAM YouTube page. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Peter Santos.